yeah, like I said, I don't know. I can't say any song had really saved my life. I've never been, I mean, music in general, you know, doesn't keeps me from going there. And the music that saved my life was my music that I made because, it was part of me and it's out there, good, bad, or indifferent, right, wrong, or indifferent. It's out there. And I didn't pick any of those because I don't want to bore anybody with that. Nobody gives a crap about that. So we're going to start.
Where would we find your music? What's it under?
I've got some of it on my page. Most of it's on my page, I think.
Okay.
Some of it dug deep into the bowels and some of the other. It's a little bit everywhere on the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But my number five, it comes from a drug fueled time, and it was recorded in this little town in France that's known for its partying, and it's a nice little country song with a little saxophone solo, and it's Sweet Virginia is the name of the song by the Rolling Stones off the 1972 album Exile on Main Street. And it's the weird the whole song just talks about getting is partying, and then but it's got one line, and it's called "Scrape the Shit Off Your Shoe." Because
Hmm.
sometimes you step in dog shit and all you can do is scrape that shit off your shoe. The internet says that it's a drug reference. I don't know if it really is. I don't know, but it it's a good song, and it reminds me that hey, yeah, you're gonna step in shit in life, and you're gonna have to scrape it off and just move on. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I got you. So, like, Coach is missing.
yeah, MIA. I think he sent a
he,
message. He was dealing
he,
with some animals trying to get his dogs, and
oh,
was
he blew a
wondering.
breaker, is what it says.
Oh, yep, yep.
So I felt like we should address that.
Yeah, he just bounced. But my number four, I kind of go with the flow a lot. I try
Mm.
to. That's my main thing for life. But sometimes, like you were saying, you're a little too nice to people. Sometimes you got to get angry, and
Yeah.
sometimes you got to die, motherfucker, die by dope. And sometimes you got to remember it. Like I said, this song is I don't need your acceptance. I don't need your hate. I don't need your forgiveness. I don't need your resistance. I don't need your prayers. You know, I'm not gonna do what I'm told. You're so lame. Die, motherfucker, die, mother. And dope. Etzel Dope was the cat's name of the band. They're like, no, I don't think they're like techno, but they're kind of new metal, dark
Hmm.
metal because they got a couple of songs. They never had too much. They couldn't play that song on the radio. I don't think it got any airplay.
I love that song already because, yes.
Yes, and it makes you get angry. And it's kind of a vague anger. Just kind of remember to get angry. Number three is "Game Over" by Machine Head off the 2014 album Bloodstone and Diamonds, and it's it's a good song. Another angry, get you angry, but this one's kind of more drove into departure and friendships, and it's mainly what it is in bands. And I always kind of took it as a lover, as a breakup. It was a good breakup song, but in the lyrics, it really doesn't. It leads more to like a band member. It sounds like it was a falling out with a band member,
Oh, wow.
and the bands can be turbulent indeed.
We don't have to put everybody's comment on there. Oh,
I'm just putting, like, there's
I'm just
audience
I'm just
participant.
playing
I'm
with you.
just
I'm
saying
just playing. I just like to mess with Kevin. I just like to mess with Kevin.
they're participating.
My number two, my number two is "You Can't Bring Me Down" by Suicidal Tendencies, and this is off of their 1990 album "Lights, Camera, Revolution."
Yeah.
And like I said, after you get angry, after you get all that stuff, out of your system a little bit, don't let it get you down.
Mm.
There's all kinds of stupidity, and they took a lot of guff for their name. I mean, it was the '80s. They started in the '80s, and even then, the band Suicidal Tendencies, as a band name, was pretty controversial. They got a lot of flack, and they didn't let it bring them down. So why am I going to let anything anybody does bring me down? Because I'm just trying to flow. That was the thing from the John Cena. Like I said, he's in those movies, the Vacations friends. Like I say, they're like the odd couples, and
Mhm.
John Cena, he's like ex-military park ranger, and he's trying to get his new friend to relax, and he's like, in life, just float. When you can't resist everything, just float. So that's funny, and that's what I've been doing all the time. And number
Aw.
one, this one reminds me of Pops. Me and Pops got into this album in 1992. Everything Louder Than Everything Else by Meatloaf. And Meatloaf, this was his only number one. I just did a thing on it.
Mhm.
His only number one, and he is like the king of the rock opera. It's a 7-minute song. It takes you ups and downs, and in the first part of the song, he says, "If the thrill is gone, it's time to take it back." It's like, yes, yes. And I live my life like I like my life like I like my music. Everything louder than everything else. Tune that
Mhm.
shit out.
Mm.
And then it does that, the rock opera, and then it kind of switches, and it's almost like a Pink Floyd The Wall feel, and there's chanting, wasted youth, wasted youth. And it's like, yes, it goes on with that for a minute. Then a wasted youth is better by far than a wise and productive old age. I mean, why would you want to wait till you're old to be productive? Waste that shit now and have fun. And I mean, like I said, the artwork for the Bad Out of Hell 2 album, which that was off of, always has captivated me. And the original one, then Dad was a big fan of Meatloaf. And so when that album came out in 92, I'm sure that was one of the first CDs he bought.
Mhm.
So yeah, we fought over it for a little while. So I got my own. But yeah, that's my list. Right, wrong, or indifferent.